DreamWeavers StarTrax.
Aloha, storytellers. How you doing out there? We are DreamWeavers StarTrax, and this is our wonderful host and super singing expert, and this is Corinne Zai.
Me? Oh, don't stop. Don't stop. Just keep talking about me.
Another dinner for
Another
me?
dinner
Okay.
for-
Beautiful, fabulous, fun. Okay, go.
Thank you. Now he
And
gets to eat.
I teach performance and acting, and hopefully in a way that it's effective and useful to you. And we're going to try a couple of tips and give you a little information here. So let's start with, give us a cool singing tip.
I will, but I want to say this. DreamWeavers run on imagination, helping the world, one artist, one story at a time. So my tip of the day
Is
is about being an original singer. Well, what does that mean? How do you find your own voice as a singer?
that's good.
Right? I mean, a lot of you guys have seen American Idol and these competition shows, these singing
You know,
competition
they
shows.
have that guy called Simon Scowl. Yeah, I remember.
Simon
Sorry.
Scowl. Oh, sorry, I'm not supposed to do that on TV, right? But let me say, all right. At any rate, Dream Murderer is what he is. At any rate, you'll hear him, the Dream Murderer, saying, "Oh, you're a karaoke singer. You did just like karaoke." What does that even mean? People say that all to me all the time. What does it mean by saying you're a karaoke singer? What it means is that you're singing the song exactly the way the artist that recorded it did. Now, what's wrong with that? Absolutely nothing.
No.
And that's cool, especially like if you're singing like an Ariana Grande song or a Luther Vandross song and you're nailing it. However, if you really want a career as a recording artist, that isn't going to work for you because they already had a Luther Vandross. They already have an Ariana Grande. They want to know what your original sound is. Well, in a minute, how do you do that? Well, I like to say most people find out stylistically who they are by what they can't do. Well, what does that mean? That means if your vocal technique isn't strong and you can't sing through the notes, you can't sing smoothly from one note to the next note. You're singing over the note, you're singing around the note, you're singing under the note, you're lightening the note, you're screaming through the note because it's the only way you can hit that note. Then your style or who you discover yourself to be as a singer is based on what you're not able to do. If you have healthy vocal technique and strong vocal technique and muscle memory, you can sing smoothly from your lowest note to your highest note. You have quality in your sound. You have flexibility, which means you can move quickly from note to note to note while singing through. Then you have texture and color in your voice. Then you can discover who you are as a recording artist or a singer by what your heart's telling you, by the emotion of the lyric, by where you're going to go with it. So make sure you're a healthy, skilled singer.
All right, very cool. Well, my tip of the day is Eva. No,
Eva?
That's not an acting
Eva?
coach. Yeah, Eva. EVA.
Oh, not EVIL. Okay.
So, in other words, well, you can sit there and try to memorize what you're doing all the time, and most people don't get it that I'm using an auditory. I'm reading my script, I'm looking at my script, I'm trying to memorize it, and I'm saying the words in my head. That's auditory. It moves at about 75 to 100 words a minute. Your visual cortex that dreams at night is at about 120,000 words a minute.
What?
Probably better to use your jet engine than your tricycle.
Oh, yeah.
But how does that work? Oh, what's that mean? Okay. You're supposed to, let's say someone says, "Hey, get some eggs. Mom sent you out." You're going, what'd she say? And 10 years from now, would you remember I just said get some eggs? No. However, what would happen if you walked out of your house, were heading to your bicycle, car, whatever it is you're heading to, and an egg the size of the human fell out of the sky and landed and splattered in front of you? Would you have to memorize that?
Scare the heck out of me.
No, that's called an exaggeration. Exaggeration is something we remember mnemonically without effort. V is for vivid detail. Actors, do not spend $10 on a Polaroid when your brain can dream up Star Wars in a few seconds, which is faster than any Hollywood could ever do it. Start spending some money and always make sure it's about your story. So you want to exaggerate. Okay, it's not moving me. I'm supposed to be really angry. You need to expand the picture in your mind. Remember, you can make a 20-foot, 50-foot, 100-foot person if you need to. You got to be fearful. Make them bigger. It's a dragon. Is probably a green spot. And the last thing is action, Eva. Exaggeration vivid detail, and action. So what we're going to do here in a few moments is come back, and I want you, speaking of action, watch carefully.
Good segue.
Okay, time for Kung Fu.
DreamWeavers StarTrax. DreamWeavers StarTrax. DreamWeavers StarTrax. DreamWeavers StarTrax. DreamWeavers StarTrax. DreamWeavers StarTrax. DreamWeavers StarTrax.
I like a guy.
Wow.
If you're gonna take someone out, don't shoot him once. 100 shots will do.
I love it. I love it. Make sure that dude is dead.
There's only one way to kill a guy, right?
That's right.
And
You
he's
ain't playing.
This is Aaron
Ortega.
And Aaron Ortega has been in martial arts 14 to 16 years.
I've been studying Northern Shaolin for about 16 years now.
Wow.
But martial arts mostly my whole life. So.
And he, with a bunch of friends, got together and put together some stuff and realized they wanted to do some cool action stuff. So pay attention to the little skits we got coming up. And he does something that most of you should never try in your garage. You'll see this a little later. So what we want to start with is just and they're called Arhat Orphan BrotherHood. That's this
Stunt team.
really cool crew.
Right? Arhat
Yes.
Orphan BrotherHood stunt team.
Yes, ma'am.
And
Absolutely.
what happens
Right, that's a mouthful, people.
before it became that, what was going on in everybody's life that kind of started getting people wondering if they should get together and do this?
Well, my brother and I are big fans of kung fu movies. That's Ezekiel. He's one of the guys in the video.
Hey, Ezekiel. What's up?
Yeah,
You'll
he's
see
in New
him
York.
later.
I miss you, buddy. Well, we really like kung fu movies, and so we've spent a lot of time just watching kung fu movies and thinking how we could do that too. And then when we were already in martial arts, so that made it easier. And a friend of a friend who's an actor wanted to make a short film using action, and then he was all like, "Hey, do you?" Because he was our school brother, and he was like, "Hey, can you help us with this video?" And he's like, "Yeah, I could, but there's these two guys or two brothers, and they're way better than me." So, and that's how it started, and that, yeah.
So your friend was going to do a short film, and somebody wanted some martial arts in it.
Absolutely.
And so he said, hey, I'm cool, but they're cooler than me. So
yeah.
then they contacted
That
you.
would make
Yeah.
him a smart producer director. Yeah, don't pick yourself. Remember, serve the story. If the story says, I need a really major kung fu fighter. Don't find Mary next door who hits her husband. It doesn't always work out well. Looks funny, but doesn't work.
No.
Find a kung fu guy.
But it's more than just you and Ezekiel.
No, it's it's a bunch of the guys from the Law School Shaolin. My brother and I are assistant instructors there. We teach classes over there.
Hey, Lohan. Hey, Seiko, what's up?
It's our school brothers, and it's our students, and that's how we started, and we just kind of kept hanging out and doing all this stuff, and people were like, hey, we want you to do this, and hey, can you help us with this? And we became consultants, and then choreographers, and then stunt people, and that's where we're at.
Wow, isn't that amazing how that comes
That
together?
is so positive.
And one of the cool things is that some of you guys that have gone to the events in town for Chinese New Year have seen the lion dance. Well, meet one of the lions.
They actually have
Yeah.
one of the best lion dances I've seen
Oh my
in
God.
the country. And
Amazing.
having been abroad, they're really good.
Thanks. We try. I mean, we have a good teacher. We just try.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Ren actually studies
Yeah.
at Lohan, so that with Sifu, which is kind of
And
cool.
I'm hoping at the beginning of the new year, I would love to return. My body is demanding it fiercely.
Yeah,
Right.
We want everybody to come back. It's a home for everybody.
It
It's
is
all
home.
right.
And it
Yes,
is a
wonderful.
beautiful village there.
is.
We'll hopefully get to do a show about Lohan one time. I'd like to do that.
So you put the Arhat Orphan BrotherHood together, and I find that name very fascinating. You know, so later on, the dude's going to talk to you about that. So I did it again. I brought it up way before I was supposed to. But, you know, that's because I'm cool. So, but I can segue without me telling you guys I did that. All right, so.
And that's why I hide her presence really well.
Right. Well, there's something that we didn't even discuss before, but I found fascinating. There are some girls involved, too, aren't they? I saw
Yes.
in a couple of the pictures and in the videos that there's some.
Well, the pictures are just on-set pictures, but some of the girls are involved because they're all martial artists, and we can't always just be, guys fighting.
Right.
So there's some girls involved. We did a commercial for some people, and we use one of our girls.
I love
Very
it.
cool.
Girl
Well,
power, peeps.
We're
Girl
gonna
power.
we're gonna take a little break here, and about 10 seconds we're gonna get ready, have a commercial, and then I want you to pay real close attention to the detail of what you see coming up, and watch the Arhat Orphan Brotherhood in action.
Bam.
Hi, I'm Aaron Ortega. I am the co-stunt coordinator and co-fight choreographer for Nightwing the series. I've been studying martial arts for essentially my whole life, ever since I was about 3 or 4 years old. But I've been studying Northern Shaolin specifically, which is the style we tried to use primarily in Nightwing the series, for about 14 years now.
DreamWeavers StarTrax.
Wow.
No, you can't do that from Karate Kid.
Oh, sorry. No, that was Bruce Lee.
Okay,
right?
that was
Bruce Lee.
fun.
Come on, I'm not supposed to know more than you about martial
No,
arts.
that was actually from the Karate Kid when he was. Never mind, I know all the
Oh.
details to it.
You've
I've
seen
come
the
from
movie
movies
like
too.
5,000 times.
But anyway, wow. That's just a small bit of the training. You get to see clips and what they do. And as we go on, I want you to watch what they do in the movies. It is so cool and so much fun.
Yes, it is.
So, next, okay, who is Arhat Orphan Brotherhood?
Like I was saying earlier, it's just a bunch of our school brothers and us just doing whatever we want to do. Like I said, we started it was just me and my brother, and then we needed help, and Lance was around, so we got Lance going, and then my other cousin was around, so we got him, and then so on and so forth, and it snowballed into this big thing. I think there's, like, on and off, there's 10 of us just doing stuff.
10.
Yeah, maybe
10 in the
more.
team.
And we'll expand or retract as we need to. But for the
Right.
most part, the integral part of us is like 6 people mostly, and that's just me, my brother, and Lance, and then a couple other guys there who are just floaters, but not floaters. Yeah, I don't know. Like
They're in and out.
they're in
depending
and
if
out.
you
Yeah,
need 'em or not.
depending on
Right.
what we needed out of them.
Right.
But yeah.
And so,
So-
go ahead. No, you go ahead.
And a lot of people, because they're not going to know, because that's a very unique name, and I love the combination. Arhat Orphan. Okay, how did that come about? That is so cool.
The school's called Lohan School of
And
Shaolin.
what it is for those who might not know.
Well, the Lohans is a sect of Buddhist warrior monks that studied the Shaolin Temple, and that's like the Chinese word for it is Lohan, right? And then Arhat is the Sanskrit word for Lohan, right? And so because we didn't want to use Lohan because it's kind of a tainted name because of Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah, that might
I
not work
didn't
out
even
so
think
well.
about that.
Well,
And,
that's true. And,
I didn't even
and
think about that.
For those who don't know, also, Arhat is the mind of the warrior. It's the advanced mind. But then the part you did I thought was fascinating. Arhat and Orphan.
Well, and because the school is like our second home, and we've all become brothers, and we've all left home to come back to the school, and like you guys will go back eventually,
Yes.
you'll leave and come back, and so on and so forth, and so we've become orphans of our families, and
Yes.
became families together, and that's our brotherhood.
So cool.
That's
See,
a fascinating name.
that's cool. That's better than let's do something cool and make it about me. I love that.
Yeah, well, we
That
try.
is so wild.
Because
Now,
they're all about each other and support.
Well,
And
yeah, I
True.
mean, it's team driven. I always say that I'm the face of it, and like I founded it essentially, but not really. Like we were already on our way. I just kind of somebody asked me first, and I happened to be better at talking, I guess. I don't.
that happens.
Hopefully this works. I don't know.
And that that's each person's natural skill.
Yeah, but and we're very team driven. I always try to whenever we choreograph fights, it's everybody involved, and then
that was a question I had.
we
Yeah,
sit
that's
and-
real important. Unless
Yeah.
so someone doesn't get
because
hit.
everybody needs to be critical of everyone else, but everybody's okay with taking criticism from everyone in the team.
Oh,
And
that's
a
cool.
big
But you're
thing.
used to working as teams. That's the other hand.
Absolutely.
Lohan, everybody's used to working. It's
Yeah.
not a personality conflict.
and that's
It's
another
beautiful.
thing I forgot to mention is Lohan is a sect of warrior monks from the Shaolin Temple, but they were the first interracial group of monks. They weren't all strictly Chinese.
I didn't know that.
That's cool.
I
And
did not know
that's
that.
and all of this stuff just kind of falls into place. And
Because the Arhat Orphan Brotherhood is definitely a mix of different
absolutely,
ethnicities.
yeah.
It
I
is
love
a
it.
serious combination.
Yeah.
So you've got that running, and Arhat Orphan Brotherhood, and the core group is who? Who is the core group?
I
There's
would
always this-
say me and my brother, Lance, which you guys are going to
Lance.
interview. Gabe Ibarra, he's the guy with the long hair that you guys will see.
yeah.
Kevin Chaparro, he was the sneaky guy grinding something in the demo reel, and then Mikey, he was the guy with the gas mask and the bomb.
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay. I'll tell you what. Let's watch some more cool
Oh,
kung
yeah.
fu.
Oh, yeah.
So hang in, watch. Hold on to your hat. This gets cool.
DreamWeavers StarTrax.
He could really move that fast.
Oh my God. Yeah, and
No, that's
Okay,
all-
that
But
was cool.
straight up.
Don't try this
Straight
in your
up.
own garage. But how much did you do to kind of get in that? I mean, that scene took
That's like-
some prep work not to get
it's
clobbered.
straight up the wall is parkour.
Yeah, of sorts. Yeah, I mean, like I said, literally.
Well,
is
Jackie
parkour.
Chan was the first parkour guy.
I know.
Gene Kelly.
Gene
That's true. And Donald O'Connor, which
Yeah.
got to go back to the 40s and see. You'll
let's
see it
talk
when they
about
run
Ants.
off
So,
of the
Gene Kelly's
walls.
my
Good
idol.
thinking.
What?
Yeah.
But what did you do to have to go up that wall, then come
Well,
out and do it?
It's all tricky. It's all just camera angles and stuff. But essentially, that was part of my audition tape for American Ninja Warrior. Before American Ninja Warrior became a big thing.
I called it parkour.
Yeah, they were coming to America and they were having open auditions, and that was part of my audition tape. So I've been training for 2 years straight, just
Yeah.
because we were doing the movies and then we were doing that and we were doing kung fu. So that was just easy at the time. Now I don't know if I can do it. I mean, I'd have to train back up to it. But essentially, I just run up a bunch of tires and run up a wall. So it looks harder than it is, but
Oh,
it's really
that's
not
harder
that
than
hard.
it is.
Yeah, we could all do that. Yeah, hey. Yeah, don't do this at home
Yeah.
without
No,
training.
yeah, don't do that.
Even back in the day when I was a dancer and in perfect shape, yeah, I wasn't able to just do that vertical
Yeah.
walk. So you know what I want to talk about?
What?
I want to talk about the music because there's like
Ooh,
some cool
that's
music.
true. Did you hear the music on that? That's
It's
true.
great music, and I found something cool out. I don't know if you know about Aaron. That Aaron is a trained musician. He's a trumpet player.
Yeah.
Because we were
what
talking
player?
trumpet player.
Ooh,
So
melody
in
player.
a jazz head, you guys got a lot to talk about.
No,
Yeah,
sorry.
I'm Jazz's ugly stepsister blues. Just saying.
But blues created
I love
jazz,
the blues.
though.
Yeah, it did.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
where it came from.
Dixieland.
So I asked Aaron before we started the show, like do you like choreograph to the music, the fight scenes, or do you do the
Post-
music and put it in, or do
post-production.
you put it in afterwards and it's the editor? So what's that process?
For us, we're very musically driven. My brother and I grew up in a very musical house. I mean, my parents stressed the arts to my brother and I. He's a tattoo artist. He was drawing when he was like 3, and like now he lives in New York and he's a tattoo artist and is like booked 2 months in advance. And I'm a musician, so it's kind of a thing. Like we've always been around arts, but when we're rehearsing or we're trying to come up with choreography, we listen to a lot of music, and we take the music with us as we're figuring out the choreography and kind of just fill it out, because fight choreography is basically just a dance, so it's all about the rhythms. You can't just be bam, 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 bam. It's always ba, ba, ba,
Right.
bam, bam, bam. Like, and that Jackie Chan says that all the time, and Jackie Chan is like a huge influence for us, like, because he's the guy. He's
The
awesome.
dude.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
Great actor. On
we used
top
to
of
do
being a
that,
great martial artist.
When we were lucky, because in jazz, one of the things when I used to compose for orchestras is I used to find it fun. You just sit at a bus stop and listen for maybe the rhythm of a truck hitting a wheel. What is it? Thing goes down below.
Great.
The grate, and it's going choo-choo, choo-choo, choo-choo. And then I might listen to the wind or the movement of something else,
Yeah.
and you figure out how you would write for action. Because the reason I wanted to learn film score is so I could put it into our stage productions, because people were using music, but I wanted to fit like in a movie, which is film score. And
So-
that was so cool because it's so action-packed. I'm listening to the rhythm, I'm going,
And he
Nice.
told me that one of on the reel,
Yeah.
you composed some of that music.
No, I didn't compose it. My best friend Robbie.
Oh, Robbie did it.
Robbie
Who's
Wingfield. He's a local composer here in Vegas. He composed the music to the stunt reel.
Hey, Robbie,
So,
thanks.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
you
good
got your
rhythm
degree
call.
in music from UNLV, right?
I did not finish.
Oh, he didn't finish.
I just left because I figured I'm not gonna make money as a musician.
He's like, who is people? Let's
Yeah.
just say. Oh, I shouldn't say that, should I?
But well, you can always continue with School Without Walls,
That's
There you
right. We'll
which
talk
is a
about
very
it. Talk
sophisticated
to you about
music
that
school
later.
you can do at home.
Oh, really?
We'll
Yeah,
tell you
jazz,
guys about
by the
that.
way.
Okay. There you go.
And so we're going to run in that. So we're going to come back and let's look a little more behind the scenes in just a few moments. And it's just going to get a little more active. And I love the look with the fire and the flipping around and the gas mask. You guys are so cool. See you in a few.
Thanks.
Hi, I'm Aaron Ortega.
Hi, my name is Ezekiel Ortega.
Hi guys, my name is Lance Brazil.
For me, because he gives us so much free reign to do whatever we want. Aware of the fight choreography that we had rehearsed.
Everybody that was involved with Nightwing had their day jobs. After working a full day's work and then coming on set for another full day's work and just being with everyone and just having this completely dedicated crew to this project just made you want to work harder. I think that was a lot of fun, you know what I mean? Like no one was like, I don't want to be here, you know, like this is bullshit. Like
Yeah, our inspirations and stunts, definitely come from Kung Fu flicks. Of course, Jackie Chan, Tony Jaa, Donnie Yen. These are definitely some people we look to constantly as far as practical.
DreamWeavers StarTrax.
Wow. Behind the scenes. Nice. With Aaron Ortega
fun.
and coordinator and the Arhat Orphan BrotherHood. Some of the stuff we saw, so you get to see a little behind the scenes, plus what his brother said for those who are starting independent or want to do independent. The biggest thing is a loyalty. Now, these people are day jobs, 8 hours, plus get up, go to it, get done, and do another day job, because these things don't end in an hour.
They're all passion projects.
What
right?
a crew
I love
you
that
have.
passion projects. That's a great way to say it.
So what's amazing is, tell us a little bit about the background. I mean, first of all, I'm impressed with the amount of people and their camaraderie that came together on that is amazing.
Yeah, the clip you were showing is from Nightwing the series. It's a YouTube show put on by Ismahawk, and they're just a bunch of comic book guys who just love comic book stuff, and so they wanted to make a series out of it, and that was another, like, I know this guy and I know this guy, let's call these guys, and so on and so forth, and that was it. And they've actually become our really good friends, and we do a lot of choreo with them, and because they're getting like 2 million hit videos and stuff, which is amazing. Yeah, so if you guys ever see it, Ismahawk is cool. Danny Shepard, man, he's killing it. But yeah, I mean, all of that stuff, those guys came for Ismahawk, and we were all just friends, and we just want to make it cool. And so that's like a local Vegas thing that we're doing, it seems like, or at least in the circle of friends that I'm into in film, is that we're going to help each other out for free up until we can find out a way where everybody gets paid.
Until you can
The real
fund
world.
it.
Yeah, and that's it,
Fund
right?
it.
Yeah. So
But that's some pretty sophisticated stuff I'm looking at, because normally as an independent, like some of the stuff we do, okay, one person is filming, directing, editing, writing, coloring, but you had a cool crew. You had people
Yeah.
doing a lot.
well, they had a Patreon or a GoFundMe or something like that.
Oh,
or-
they did crowdfunding.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, we
that
did a
stuff,
show with
and-
Jeff Mix on that.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So they I think they raised like 20 or 30 something for
$20,000 or $30,000.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Can I have the phone number? Because I'm going to point to the GoFundMe right now.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, we did go for
Desiree, she's sitting over there.
Trinidad did.
But yeah,
We'll be
so
on show.
they invested their money wisely, and they paid the right people, and the other guys just came and helped to help.
Wow, that's excellent.
Yeah, and in that game, everybody's got to learn something beyond what they come in with.
Yeah.
Or it doesn't work, and that's what's amazing. I'm just blown away at how much you had going on there in the crews and some of the stuff.
What?
So, if I may, one of the things behind the scenes everybody wants to know, because when you're watching the scenes on Nightwing and stuff, you're going, whoa, 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 that looks so good. Now, sometimes you can do camera angles, and sometimes somebody misses.
Yes.
So, funniest moments behind scenes that we don't get to see.
Well, there's a lot of people got hurt.
This is true. This happens. Come on, it's Kung Fu.
One of the scenes where Lance he's playing Deathstroke and he's shooting the guy and he kicks him over. The pants were too tight for Lance, so he couldn't get his leg up, and he kept kicking him in the crotch. And Scott Gilmore, who's the guy who's getting kicked, did not like that very much.
No.
I was the high jump stunt double for Nightwing, so I got torn up pretty bad. Like I would just jump off of like 15-foot places and like just land on my bare feet. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's
I
a
mean,
stinger. See,
talking about it hurts.
Now, so understand, it may look cool, but there's a lot of stuff going. So keep going.
But
This
Don't
is
try
good
this at
stuff.
all. In
like,
7
when
seconds.
Fight scenes. Sometimes you have to make contact, and sometimes it hurts. Like everybody got a bloody nose or something at some point.
Okay.
Well,
Now
Wow.
we're going to take a little look at some of the.
Yeah, no, it hurts.
Next up is a little bit of the scenes from Nightwing and some stuff going on. Watch this.
DreamWeavers StarTrax.
So, there was the
Wow.
well, okay,
More,
we're
yeah.
so excited. Yeah, we were talking while you were
Sorry,
watching
we
that
were
clip.
right here.
the cave scene right there.
That was cool.
That was produced by Adam Kilborn, the guy who I said who wanted to make a movie and he wanted to ask our friend and this and that. That's Adam Kilborn, and he kind of introduced us into this whole local film thing of Vegas, and he's become one of my really good friends. And he directed all that stuff and introduced us, and now we just do things together all the time. Like he's become a producer for National Geographic shows and stuff, and he's doing commercials for Lee's Liquor. I don't know if you get
Yeah, we know Lee's
and
Liquor.
Alien Tequila. We did a commercial for Alien
Yeah.
Tequila, and one of our girls was the girl, and was actually my wife.
Oh,
So
that's
there
one
you
of your
go.
girls.
Yeah, definitely one of our girls. So, yeah, and I just want to say thanks to Adam Kilborn and Adam Zielinski and Danny Shepard.
Thank
Those
you,
guys
guys.
are.
Thank you.
a big
And
deal.
that was a cool shot in a cave. What were you guys using for lights?
I think they were just like heat lamps for
Really?
for aquariums. Yeah, it was in a gypsum mine in Blue Diamond.
See, I
Thanks,
did not
see
know.
me?
I know the cave out
You
on
want the
Fort
location.
Apache, but I did not know of
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah,
That's cool.
it's just a little bit more west of Fort Apache. Yeah.
That's
Big
so cool.
inside,
We're
lots
gonna
of
have to go.
room.
Yeah, we drove. There was a car chase scene in there, and we did a car chase. It started off in that cave, and we went out through and all that stuff. yeah.
Ooh.
What?
Now, where can we see some of this stuff? Like
So
that?
on YouTube, you guys got to look up Black Raven Films, and that's where you'll see Action.
Okay.
And that's Adam Kilborn. He's part of Black Raven Films.
So, YouTube, action,
Yep.
right? Okay.
Black Raven Films is on YouTube, and then Ismahawk is another thing that we do, and those are the guys who did Nightwing and a bunch of the cool comic book stuff. So
Okay.
there you go.
Oh,
And I love that. Okay, yes, we did that on purpose. But the last one, you see the guy hits him over the head? Well, he shoots him, and he continues to shoot him. But that was so
Please.
funny, and just things we're
Really?
looking at. So for those who are
Make
thinking
sure.
you're going to do that and put blanks in the gun, listen carefully to how it's really done.
It's actually CG. It's all just computer editing. We just
Right.
had a really talented CG
So
guy.
yeah, no blanks.
No, there's no
Remember
nothing.
Brandon Lee? No.
no Brandon Lee.
No
that was
blanks,
bad.
no nothing. Those are all toy guns, and the guy and Lance just shook his hand.
And neither can
That's
yeah.
Wow.
It's
and,
acting,
And I have to
safety.
say, because I'm the one, okay, like, people that know me, low current, not violent, but, like, they shoot it and walk away, and then the dude gets up and kills you. I'm like, make sure he's dead!
Oh yeah, Corinne's always
I'm
like,
playing.
So you
They're
got
gonna
the
let him
double
get
Pick
up,
up the
right?
gun, and then pick up the gun when you leave.
Yeah.
So when the apocalypse comes,
remember, yeah,
Right.
don't walk away with a knife in your hand when someone left, an AR on the ground.
thank you.
Take that,
Just
give him
had
a
to say
knife.
that, and Des and I agree, and so does Ren. So does
So cool stuff going there.
So Aaron wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about
Please.
that one actor you were telling
Yes.
us.
Oh, Sergio Iva, or
I think so.
Who
when
you
we were
wanted to
watching
tell us a
the.
little bit?
well, that was Adam Kilborn. I just wanted to
Oh,
give him.
he talked
Yeah,
about
and he did, and yeah, I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
These guys are really pulling off some cool stuff, and I'll tell you what, a lot of sweat, a lot of effort, but what is mostly required in this game is trusting that everybody will be there for you like a trapeze act, and that's for real, folks. Your brother should not take a break when he's the catcher, and these guys are doing it phenomenally. And I'll tell you what, I've done a lot of indies over the last few years, and there's a camaraderie and a trust and a loyalty
Absolutely, yeah.
that I have not seen, and I'm just so impressed with what you guys put together.
We're not doing it for money. We're doing it for everybody else. We're
We
doing it for
love
each other.
this
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah,
Like
with
a
a love
passion
of it.
project, right?
Yeah.
I
it.
love that passion. That is so cool.
So, what's anything next, you guys? What might be fun? Well, with the knowledge that you are a new dad.
Yeah. I just had
I didn't know
That's
that.
time consuming.
Congratulations.
5 months,
Yeah,
right?
5 months and like 4 days.
Yes.
Oh my God.
So, no sleep for about another year. But once you've got energy back,
Well, we're always constantly working. Our team just comes up and meets once a week, and we try to choreograph stuff just to keep it fresh in our heads, and that way it
Sweet.
keeps everybody in shape too. Because like you got to be in shape to do that stuff. It doesn't just come naturally. So
Okay, so our next project, we're gonna have some of
oh
that.
yeah,
So
okay,
let's
okay,
make
I'm
something
here.
work. Yeah.
all right. Well, who do we have coming up next week?
Oh, we don't say that till next segment.
Why not?
Because we have
You
to
know
go
what we've
into
got
questions.
coming up? It's your questions next. I'm in trouble again.
DreamWeavers StarTrax. DreamWeavers StarTrax. DreamWeavers StarTrax. DreamWeavers StarTrax. DreamWeavers StarTrax. DreamWeavers StarTrax. DreamWeavers StarTrax.
Wow, what fun is that? Oh, and a wonderful shout out to our Hanai family.
Yes, we want to say, hey, Charlie and May, for coming in
Hi.
from Kauai. And my partner in crime, Donna. Love you, Donna. She's watching in Kauai.
So-
And can't wait till you come here so that we can get you on the show. Amazing singer. Bretta is his cousin. Somewhere over the
Yeah.
rainbow. Ukulele. Just saying. Love you guys.
All right, wow. Now it's your moments, and we've got some questions roaring in here.
Absolutely.
So, and of course, Miss Beautiful Trinidad Des.
Hello.
Our producer and the boss of me.
All right, so we'll get it started. So we have a question from Ankit, who's from Houston. And his question is, what type of martial arts do you guys do?
the Lohan School of Shaolin is a kung fu school, predominantly Northern Shaolin, which is just kung fu and just so it emphasizes high kicks and fast hand combinations, and also we do weapons like sword, staff, 3-sectional staff, spear, and that stuff.
And they have a bunch of really cool weapons there.
Oh, they do.
I know. I've like
the
played
walls
with
look beautiful.
Well, that's really good, actually. Ronald says, is this a local chapter, or do you guys travel?
We can travel. We haven't had to travel as a team. I've gone, to California for a couple of gigs, but outside of that, it's just not. It's hard to travel as a team because if there's not enough money, then it's not worth it for
That's
us.
true.
Very,
Yeah,
very
it's
true.
exponentially
Very
tough.
true.
That's true.
Very true. Thank you very much. JJ from Ontario, Canada says, how much training is involved in what you guys do?
Oh, this is a good,
So, lifelong, I guess. Usually the guys that we use are students of the school, and they're about 4 or 5 years in. That way, they have a basic idea of how to kick and punch and how to land, and aren't gonna hurt us. Because it's hard. When you're in the heat of the moment, you kind of lose control of where you're at, and so the more versed you are at it, by being into it, then it's easier for you to just adapt. So about 4 or 5 years, I guess, to begin.
Wow, very
That's
cool.
important information.
That answer actually leads to another question coming in from Frank, who's
You're
from
psychic.
Fort Irwin, California. He says, can anyone train with you guys, and do you have to have a certain level of skill?
If you have a certain level of skill, that's fine. It depends on what you want to train in. If you just want to learn how to fall, I mean, we can show you. But if you're not good, if you don't have the physical constitution to just be coordinated, it's hard to learn this stuff. And some people just aren't physically coordinated. I'm not in and.
Or not
don't-
trained for it. Yeah, and that's the
Yeah.
thing. It is a training.
Yeah, and we don't want anybody to get hurt.
Right.
So
we
that's
studied
the big thing.
Like when we used to do Aikido with Rob Kobayashi, who was under Tohei. Your first month is rolling,
Rolling. Right.
flipping, landing. So I mean, yeah, you do not want to try this experiment like we see the one guy who got kicked in the back. Oh, beautiful, flop. But if you know what he's doing, the way he landed was precision perfect.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that response
But I
leads
have
to... Go
a
ahead.
question. I think it's really important.
Yeah.
So what you're saying, to come onto the team, they have to have a certain physicality
And a
be
skill
able-
level, right?
But,
Yes.
but not to learn martial arts.
Not to learn
Right.
martial arts,
Okay.
no.
I just wanted to
But I
clarify
mean,
that.
our team is pretty exclusive, just because, and it's not on purpose. It's just those are just the guys that are around. It's just mostly the kung fu students
Right.
are part of
That's
it.
true.
Right.
And let's be honest, there's someone out there going, I want to be shot by Deathstroke like
Come
that.
on.
Yeah, come on in. We'll shoot you.
it out.
No, but I won't. I'll watch. I'll film. He'll shoot.
So Cedric from Los Angeles says, "How do you protect yourself from not getting injured?"
We're padded up pretty good. So the costumes are made to be baggy, so we're wearing pads. So we're wearing back braces,
very
elbow
cool.
pads, knee
That's
pads.
the ninja secret.
That is
There
so
you go.
cool.
That is absolutely the ninja
Yay!
secret. Yes.
I didn't know they had a secret.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's so cool.
That's beautiful because it would work
Yeah.
beautifully.
Yeah, so
Well, and like some of the flips and stuff we saw in there,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, wow, how do you not?
some of the guys, when we get kicked, we're really kicking the guy. So we're gonna wear
kinda
pads.
have to.
Yeah. So the
Nice.
only time you actually get hit is in the face, which I think is worse because.
It's not a lot of padding goes over, unless of course
Yeah.
you're Deathstroke. He gets to wear something,
Yeah.
but everyone else it's just sort of bunk.
But that's not even. It's just thin rubber. I think is what it was.
And a quick note, filmers, if you're new at it, distance. Zoom in, it crushes the picture.
Yeah.
So even though you missed the guy that far, it looks good. Do not try a close up.
But then that's also another thing. So like, if you're gonna film a punch,
Right.
we're gonna film from behind me, and then you're gonna film over my shoulder,
Right.
and
Right.
I'm gonna punch you, but we're gonna be like this far away. So all you do is react, and it looks like I just punched you in the face.
It's
So
amazing.
it's just
It's
tricks.
cool magic. Camera magic's cool.
Camera magic.
No death.
There you go. Exactly.
And
Yeah,
Lance
that'd
is going to
kinda
be
hard to
on.
cover up.
Lance is going to
Oh,
be on
that's right.
with Aaron on November
Who
3rd.
played Deathstroke and part of the
Right.
team there? Yeah, you bet.
Very cool.
And we're going to talk about
Go
being
ahead.
a bad
And what do
guy.
we have? I'm
All right,
so sorry.
so
Taking a big shot.
Rita from Milwaukee says, in your opinion, what is the best kung fu movie ever?
Ooh.
Jeez. I want to say you can't get it here in America, but it's a Jackie Chan movie called Meals on Wheels.
I never heard of it.
I have actually heard of that one.
That is-
I haven't seen it, but I've actually heard
it's
of that
so
one.
good. Like the stuff he fights a professional, and it's between this and like Return of the Dragon, Bruce Lee's Return of the
Of
Dragon.
course.
Well,
because when he
yeah,
fights
I
Chuck
remember
Norris.
Classic,
that as a
right?
kid.
But he fights Benny the Jet Urquidez, who is a world champion kickboxer at the time, and they really go at it. They're
These
not wearing
guys,
much
they're
padding, so-
beasties. What was the movie that he did where he had to slide down that glass building?
Who am I?
And he's at he hits the edge. You see
Yeah,
it
yeah,
after
yeah.
the movie. He's like, and he looks and he goes, it's like,
Dude,
wow, dude.
Jackie's the man.
He's amazing.
That's dedicated.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Or the one where he had to slide underneath the little bar thing at the casino.
Yeah, that's
Right?
Rush Hour 2. We're
There
in
you
Rush
go.
Hour 2.
There you
Wow.
go. Yeah, that one I was always like, oh my god, that's got to be scary.
We are
'Cause
the
it's like
lion,
that much.
We're the line dance
difference.
team in Rush Hour 2.
Are you
Oh
really?
really?
You should have led with that
See
one.
We
it?
should've-
There you
Those
go.
of you guys
Okay,
that
we'll have to
watch
remember that when
show,
Lance comes on and
Lance
get some of the
comes, we'll
footage.
lead with
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
That's
gotta watch that.
awesome.
I'm
Very
gonna,
cool.
I'm gonna go rent it tonight and watch you guys and say,
Okay.
Aaron! And when I'm taking to be at home tonight, I'm gonna be going, Aaron! And you'll hear
This
me.
stuff is fun. Go.
All right. So Jeannie would like to know, do you guys have any tips for selecting a good martial arts studio?
Yeah,
is important.
martial arts is. There's not one specific martial art that's better than the other, I feel. And I'm a lifelong martial artist. And martial arts is. You have to pick one that fits your body type and fits what your skill set is. If you're a big guy, you're not going to be picking something where you have to be fast. You're going to be picking something, or you should pick something where you use your mass and your strength. If you're a small guy, you're not going to be. You're not going to want to be a wrestler, like a WWE wrestler.
Right,
you want
right,
to pick
right.
something where you're going to be fast and nimble and move around. So that's
It's kind of important. One of the things that guided me in my mid-30s, I went to a tournament, and they have a thing where if you're so far out, you can't hit the guy. And I saw this one guy, set of glasses on. He's out of the ring, and this guy about a foot taller comes around from behind him, out of the ring, smashes his glasses. And I'm watching him, and I said, ooh, that would upset me, because I actually had a temper problem. I actually chose martial arts so I could have multiple choices, because I grew up in a very tough military world, and you don't have a lot of choices. They kind of teach in-game only. And I saw this guy get hit, and he takes the glasses, and the guy's about to throw him out, and he tells the ref, no, puts the glass on. I'm going, he's not angry.
Wow.
And I watched him. His name was Daryl Khalid. And at the time I was studying a thing called Choi Tai Si.
Phoenix, hey Daryl.
And all of a sudden, I saw him. He goes, no, I got this. And he drops down, and he just looks, and he holds very still. And the guy moves in. I could barely see what his hand did. Caught the guy in the temple. The guy like freezes, and I thought, and then there was a trickle of blood, and he dropped like a rock. And I went, I want to study with that guy. And you know why? Because he wasn't emotional. And I got to be honest, I had a temper problem in my youth. And for me, it's like at Lohan, he is such a cool guy.
Yeah,
He
Seek
makes
is so
a
cool.
village, a family. He's a humble man, but his knowledge is just incredible.
He's
So
studied with
your
the best.
teacher and
He's
who
studied
you
with the
learn
best.
from is big time. And yes, you can be a nice guy and a fierce fighter all at the same time.
Aaron,
So
I'm
yeah,
not a
Aaron.
yeah.
over nice
Well,
guy.
very cool. Thank you, everyone, for your
Thank you,
questions.
Aaron. Thank you so
you,
kindly.
Aaron.
Thank
We'll
you
see you
so
on
much.
November 3rd,
Yes.
which happens
Yeah.
to be my mom's birthday.
Awesome. Nice. All right.
All
So,
right, who's up next week?
Who's up next? Oh, you guys, what a treat. From Costa Rica, Las Vegas singer, Rosanna Telford. Great person, great singer, great performer. Tune in.
Jazz Latin?
Jazz Latin.
Nice.
Learn how to perform in the lounges here in Vegas and around the world.
nice.
And we'll see you next week.
Take care.
Take care, storytellers.
DreamWeavers StarTrax.